Good afternoon and welcome back. This is still the POLITY and we're reaching you live from the Abuja studios of Kaftan TV. Right about now, joining me to discuss various issues like the cyber security levy and also issues of national interest is Musa Kurra Abubakar. He is a business expert and also a seasoned auctioneer. You're welcome to the program.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much for sparing out your time to be with us on the program. Just like your designation said, business expert and also an auctioneer, I want us to get started from that aspect. I want to know, and for the sake of our viewers, at this moment, a lot of Nigerians do not even know if, a lot of Nigerians are not aware that there's a sector, there's an industry called, where, services, goods are being auctioned. A lot of Nigerians do not know about, your industry, your area of specializations. I want you to lay a foundation. I want you to tell us what is actually obtainable there at this moment.
Okay, thank you very much for having me. And I would like to say the viewers are welcome to this program. This very interesting and entertaining program. I always explain and try to expatiate about auctioning in our country, Nigeria. First, we are an association called Nigerian Association of Auctioneers, and anybody that calls himself an auctioneer in this country must have a license issued by the government.
Okay.
And to be an auctioneer, after obtaining your license from either the states or in FCT, we usually get our license from the area councils.
The area councils.
The area councils.
Okay.
If you go to, say, municipal area council or any of the area councils, you can obtain a license there to auction, to be an auctioneer. That is the first step. The other steps are you need to be up to date in all the taxes that is obtainable, like PENCOM, ITF, NSITF, FIRS, and all those. You need to obtain all those ones. You have to be up to date. That is number two. Number three, you have to obtain our certificate, our association certificate.
Okay.
That qualifies you to be an auctioneer.
Okay.
You are getting me. So this is the, and we deal with so many sectors: the government, the private sector, the embassies, UN. They invite us, we go there and we auction for them. And there are procedures. And we are guided by the BPP Act and now the Poker Act, Proceed of Crime Act. These are two, but the BPP Act are the regulatory body that guides the auction. Public
procurement.
Both procurement and auctioning. You understand? Because they are almost one and the same anyway. But procurement and auctioning is guided by the BPP. Bureau for Public Procurement. Now, these are some of the nitty-gritty of being an auctioneer. And when you call yourself an auctioneer and you get all these documents in place, if any ministry or parastatal or maybe embassy or the United Nations office in Nigeria, whoever wants to auction
their properties.
Okay. What you do is the procurement entity will place an advert inviting, because these are procedures. I'm telling you about the procedures now.
Okay, I just want to get something clear now. First of all, I want to ask you two questions, and I want you to just respond to them at once. First of all, I want to know simultaneously. First of all, I want to know what's your relationship, like the body of auctioneers.
Yes.
I want to understand your relationship with the Nigerian customs. That's one. Then secondly, because the reason why I'm asking is, when you talk about auctioning in Nigeria, the first name that comes to the mind of Nigerians is the Nigerian customs.
Exactly.
Probably when they are auctioning food items that have been illegally smuggled into the country, cars, electronics, and the likes. I want to know what your relationship is with the Nigerian customs. That's one. Then secondly, you talked about the fact that if ministries, embassies want to auction their properties, you know, they bring your association into the picture, and you now bringing your association into the picture. I want to understand, are you coming into, you know, the picture as, you know, what's in the local parlance, what we call the middleman that stands in between the seller and the buyer, or do you also have the leverage to say, okay, I want to these properties are up for sale, I have the money, I want to bid for it also. Now, if that is possible, I want to know what your rules of engagement are as an organization, because, you know, if you become a government, as a government official, you can no longer run, for example, as a governor, you can no longer operate a private business for the period of your service. So yes, of your tenure. So I want you to just, you know, unbundle this.
So which one do you want us to start with? Do you want us to start with the customs?
Yes, I want to. Okay, let's take it from the Nigerian customs. Yes.
Okay. Thank you very much for asking me this very special question. We have been, or I have been, on so many forums, so many programs since during Hamid Ali till now. What is going on in customs is pathetic.
How do you mean?
Very good. The customs are the ones that do the arrest, they impound or they seize, they do valuation, and they sell on their own. They call it direct auction allocation.
Are there any laws to back this direct auction allocations?
I don't think there is any.
Okay.
I don't think there is any. But if there is any, they should let Nigerians know.
Okay.
Because what is going on in customs, we have said it before, severally in so many forums, that the government should focus their searchlight on what is happening in Nigerian customs. You cannot be the one that will arrest illegal importation. You are the one that impounds. You are the one that value. You are the one that auction. Then who is checking you? There is nowhere in this world that you'll be given a blank check to go and do whatever it pleases you. And by the way, the BPP Act stipulates the rules. And everybody is under that rules. Whether you are customer, if the EFCC will follow the rules, I want to know who is custom not to follow the rules. Because as I'm talking to you, one of the most transparent institution I know in this country is EFCC. They engaged us. As I'm talking to you, we are expecting them to call us at any given time. And we have been selling for them. And they are following due process. They use either BPP Act or they use POCA, Proceed of Crime Act. That is what guides them. That is what guides them. So I don't know if the customs are that powerful and they don't, the kind of impunity that is going on in customs as regards the auctioning. During Hamid Ali, when we fought him, we took him to National Assembly and we told him that he must come before the National Assembly because he's not above the law.
Mm. But he ended up not showing up, true?
He ended up not showing up, but he sent his officers there.
But he is supposed to be the one to appear in person.
He is supposed to be the one to appear in person because he's not above the law. Mm. And we were accusing him of wrongdoing. And we have facts, just like we have facts against this current Controller General of Customs.
Okay, now let's put things in perspective. Yeah. Now, because it seems there's a whole lot to discuss about the Nigerian customs.
Sure.
Now, you talked about a lot of irregularities going on in the Nigerian customs. You know,
I stand by that.
Now, for us to not just operate in the realm of assumption,
yes,
I'd like you to probably give an instance or two of such misconduct by the Nigerian customs.
This is exactly what I'm telling you.
No,
there's a unit. There's a unit in custom that is called Direct Auction Allocation Unit.
Yes,
which is controlled by a controller. Do you understand? Direct auction controller, direct auction allocation. So one of the procedures to engage in auction is advert. This is the first procedure.
Okay.
You have to advertise to the public. You have to advertise. Then BPP has to be in the know that you are going to carry out an auction. Whoever you are appointing as an auctioneer must go through the rigors of BPP searchlight. You have to take everybody's document to BPP to vet the documents. Then they will recommend who qualifies and who doesn't qualify. Then they will take it back to the procurement entity. Then the procurement entity will select among the ones that were sent to them by BPP. But none of this is taking place in customs. They are just doing as it pleases them. As we said, during Hamid Ali, one company was allocated 338 vehicles. Vehicles. One company.
To auction?
Not giving allocation, not auction.
Okay.
Allocation of 338 vehicles for 3,380,000 naira.
Okay.
And in those vehicles, you have 2020 or 2018 Prados, Hilux, Venza, and all kinds of cars. And they are sold for 10,000 naira.
The vehicles are sold for 10,000 naira.
We have documents. We still have documents in our possession.
But can you provide documents to back these claims?
Anywhere. The documents are in our hands. Anytime, anywhere. The government is changed. The government is changed. And in any case, and another one, so many, look, the list is endless of the kind of irregularities that is going on in customs with impunity, and nobody is saying anything. It's too bad. The government needs money to work for the public. And some people are just sitting down there and they are doing as it pleases them, and nobody is saying anything to them. It doesn't make sense to me. The BPP is there. They are supposed to be the regulatory body. They are supposed to step in and question the customs. What they are doing is illegal, and they know. And as I'm talking to you, I don't have to be an auctioneer to speak when I see things going wrong. I'm a Nigerian, and I vote, and I pay my taxes. So if I see anything going wrong, I'll blow the whistle. And I have the right to do that. Because God is my witness, I voted for this government, and if I see anything going wrong, I have to speak. Why? Because most of these things that is happening, probably the president doesn't even know.
So now,
we have to be fair to him. He doesn't even know.
So now, for how long have this, misconduct, this unruly behavior been going on in the Nigerian customs? For how, like, just put, an average to it. Like, for how long?
No, let's say the one we have proof and evidence and proof that there is an underhand dealing, or there is certain irregularities that is going on, started from Hamid Ali. We got documents to back that claim, and we told Hamid Ali and his travelers at that time that the documents that we said we have, if those documents does not emanate from you, please sue us. Let's meet in court. But you can't threaten, you can't tell me that you are going to invite me to custom headquarters to go and do what? I am accusing you of underhand dealings. Do you understand? So what I am saying basically is that, look, the BPP is supposed to be up to the tax. They are the regulatory body, and they cannot give anybody blank check to go to be doing as, and the BPP cannot turn its face the other side and say it doesn't know what is going on.
So you are technically saying now that the Bureau of Public Procurement are complicit in this.
I'm not saying they are complicit, but I'm saying they are supposed to be up to expectation.
Okay, if you
go and check what is
now, what I'm trying to say now is probably if they are not deliberately complicit in this whole issue on ground now, probably there's some act of negligence on their part.
I think
because yes,
that would be more appropriate.
Yes, because I believe this either you are Nigerian police force or you have Nigerian Customs Service, any agency, ministry or department of the federal government, if they are going to buy anything or sell anything as little as a pin and it goes for as little as 10 naira, it has to pass through due process, and the Bureau of Public Procurement needs to be and the body needs to be aware of it. So if these kind of activities are going on under their very nose with at the Nigerian customs, then we can say it's tantamount to negligence of duty. What are your thoughts on this?
This is exactly what I'm saying. This is the right word to use. Either they are complicit, which I don't want to think that they are, or rather still, they are careless, they are negligent. It's sheer negligence. Because this thing is happening every day. During Hamid Ali, when we open fire on what they call not the direct auction allocation, the online auction, we told them is garbage, is fraud. Where do you have the platform to run any e-auction in this country? Go to EFCC and see what's happening. Most of the cars they arrested or they impounded or they seized belongs to all these Yahoo boys. How can you... I want to know the platform you want to use to run an e-auction. It's just garbage. It's nonsense. It's just pure dubiosity and nothing else. And when we expose them, Hamid Ali said they should close the portal. But this one has opened it now. And the same thing that is happening is what is happening now. It wasn't Hamid Ali's time. Was. And whenever we talk, we have proof. So we have documents to back whatever we are saying. So
at this point now, before we go to the B part of the question, in all of this, have you by any means, have you by chance, officially written a petition to the to the BPP,
we have done that before,
and the supervising the body that supervises the
Ministry of Finance,
the Ministry of Finance that supervises the customs, and also, you know, probably the Nigerian, the NIA, the DSS. Have you, you know, by chance, you know, written an official complaint to put them on the know of these things that are happening?
We felt,
and when
we felt the appropriate body for us to write petition to or to petition is the BPP, and we have done that.
What about the Ministry of Finance?
We have not. I don't think, I have to check my records, but I think in the past, if I could remember, probably we have putting them on notice about what is going on in the customs. But I need to check my records.
Okay.
You understand? But the BPP, I can tell you that we have written to them.
And has there been an official response?
They have applied, but they replied us that they are going to do something about it.
Okay.
You understand? And we now felt it is appropriate for us to approach the National Assembly, because they are the lawmakers. And we approached them, and it's on record that we took Hamid Ali and Customs to National Assembly. Committee, Public Petition Committee. And we faced them there. And we told the committee, we showed the former controller direct auction allocation. We showed him the documents that we have. We told the committee to show him the documents. And they showed him the document. I asked him whether the signatures on that document, was it his own or not? He said it's his own signature. He answered. We are on record. He answered that yes, it's his own signature. That he needs to go back to the office and check his record. And I said, no, since this is your signature, we don't need anything from you. That is all we need. Whatever you want to go and check in your office, but provided you have accepted that this is your signature,
you signed it.
You signed it.
And you weren't under duress when you signed it.
And you weren't under duress, because initially they sent somebody from the headquarters of customs. One, what do they call them? ACG somebody. And one lawyer, one lady like this. They came, and I told the committee chairman that these people don't even know what is happening. Hamid Ali must appear here. He must come to this committee and face the committee. He's not above the law. He must appear here. And I haven't seen the person signing the letter. Because, in fairness, the person that gave approval is Hamid Ali. But the person that signed the allocation is called Edi Sunusi. The chairman said Edi Sunusi should be summoned the next day. We reconvened the next day. And he came. And we showed him the document. And he attests to it that it's his own signature. So what else? And when we talked about the e-auction, and they realized that what we are saying was the truth, they closed the portal. And when we challenged them about the directive of Mr. President at that time, his directive was any perishable that custom seized, they should take it to IDP camp.
Okay.
And we knew where they were. We knew the people they were selling those perishables to. They don't take it to IDP camp. And we told them. And they didn't deny it. So come on, what's going on? Government is losing a lot of money. And I told, in National Assembly, I had an interview, and I told them that Hamid Ali was given a platform in the villa by Femi Adesina and Shehu Garba, and he was saying that he raised or he made 3 trillion naira for the federal government. I said, what is obtainable there? He's talking trash.
Why did you say
Let
so?
them engage auctioneers, and we make 20 or 30 trillion for them on that properties that they sold. And I still stand by that till today.
Wow.
We know what is going on. We are professionals. That is what we choose to do. We are licensed. We pay our taxes every year. And to crown it all, to crown it all, in 2016, the same customs invited us, auctioneers, even though what we did was not in line with the rules, but they said we should come and register with them. And they gave us an account number to go and pay for 5,000. And we paid 5,000 into their own account in Wema Bank.
Okay.
And we got our tellers, when you pay, you take the teller to custom headquarters, and they will give you a receipt that you are registered. Only for them to come and create one department that is called direct auction allocation. And they put us aside.
Wow.
And we are doing as it pleases them. And what I am saying, my brother, is that the government of this country, especially this present government, needs money to run the government. They need money. They need money to service the people, the public of this country.
And some auctioneers are in a very
and we are in a good position to raise money for the government.
Money for the government?
Yes. We have done it before in so many places, and they have seen it. Whatever you sell 1,000 naira, we sell it for you 10,000 naira or 20,000. So we raise good money for them. That is why EFCC is still using us.
Okay then.
If the EFCC can be law abiding, I want to know one reason why any other government agency will not be law abiding. The rules are there.
Okay then, we've discussed so much about a lot of the irregularities according to you happening at the Nigerian customs. Yeah, at the Nigerian Customs Service. We'll be hoping in subsequent editions of the program would appreciate if you come around with proofs to back up this very claims, because this is an issue we are really interested in and would love to.
I'll always be there, inshallah. I'll
love to get to the root of it. Now let's move to the renewed hope administration led by President Bola Tinubu. It's in few days time. It's going to be marking his 1-year anniversary in office. If we take a look at the last 365 days, a whole lot has changed. A lot of Nigerians now are barely feeding. A lot of Nigerians now, before the commencement of his administration, a lot of Nigerians were already living in multi-dimensional poverty. Now the numbers have even gone higher. We look at food inflation. We look at the prices of petrol. We look at the prices. We look at the price of. We look at at our exchange rate right now. What are your thoughts on the general policies of this administration led by President Bola Tinubu and also its prospects?
Okay. In any case, I'm a Nigerian.
Definitely.
And let's cut it short. We have been voting from 1999 till date. And God is my witness. I voted for Alhaji Bola Ahmed Tinubu.
Okay.
I voted for him, and God is my witness. And I did that with the singular faith that I know he has what it takes to run this country effectively.
Okay.
He has the exposure, he has the education,
the experience.
He has been a senator, he has been a governor, he's a seasoned businessman, and he knows what it takes to run this country. And a lot of people, somebody like me, have a lot of expectations from him.
So far, have the expectations been met, or do they look like your expectations will become a reality during his administration?
You see, the problem we have, when I say we, I mean Nigerians. The problem we have is that we lack patience.
Okay.
In fairness, if you expect any government to do magic in 365 days, you said, is it?
Yes.
In 1 year, to me, you have not been fair to that government.
Wow.
Everybody is running on the fast lane. Everybody wants to make it overnight. I'm not saying things are tough. There's no doubt about that. Things are tough.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. There is no saying that. Things are tough. But is 1 year enough for you to evaluate the government? I don't think it is. Why don't we exercise some little patience? Maybe this is just a process, which it is. Because when you are from the outside, you think when you go inside, you can
fix everything overnight
until you go into that hole. That house, the villa, is a hole. It's not a cage. If it's a cage, you see some holes where you peep and see some things happening. But in that place, that hole, you only know what they want you to know.
You only see what they want you to see.
You only hear what they want you to hear. You only see what they want you to see in that hole. So, my advice to all Nigerians, let's hope what is happening now is for a bright future. But for us to say that we are going to, he needs some evaluation. We need to look around and see what is happening.
Absolutely.
Do you understand? But is it fair for us to pass verdict on his performance? He has 4 years, for goodness sake. And we are yet to reach even 1 year now. It has to be on the 29th of this month before we get to 1 year of his administration. So I think it is only fair for us to give him time. As a human being, mistakes are inevitable. And for every action, there must be a reaction.
Reaction.
Absolutely. And that's the law of nature.
That's the third law of motion.
That's the law of nature. You understand? For every action, there must be a reaction. You understand? But my advice is that, yes, things are tough. You mentioned the exchange rate, you mentioned the fuel situation, you mentioned the food in the market. No, when you go to the market, the food is there.
But the purchasing power is not there.
You see, the problem we have, we Nigerians, including me, is that, I'm so sorry, majority of us are lazy. Everybody is leaning on government.
The former president once said that.
Yeah. But he got all sorts of insults all over the place. But that's what he said is the truth. Everybody is running on the fast lane. Everybody wants to make a look at what I'm wearing a Babariga now.
Babariga.
Right?
In Nigeria, this Babariga depicts affluence.
No, this is what I am saying. But you should look at it, where do I come from? How did I reach a point where I can wear this? Before I wear it.
So you need to go through the process?
You have to go through the process. You have to go through the rigors of I didn't just wake up and start wearing this thing. And if you check the journey, it will tell you that it wasn't easy. But all these kids now, go to EFCC and see wonders. Most of the cars that are in the custody of EFCC belongs to all these Yahoo boys, small kids, in their 10s or in their 20s. They want to make it overnight. Nobody wants to work hard.
But don't you think don't you think youths in their 20s, in their early 20s, late 20s, mid 30s, you know, already looking for, you know, alternative means to, you know, live the influential life, live the life of affluence? Don't you think it stems from, you know, loss of hope in the government? That okay, no matter how you even work hard, no matter how you try to, you know, follow the process, you may end up coming back with nothing. You know, for example, we've seen Nigerians, you know, qualified for jobs, they end up not getting it. There are ministries, there are some departments and agencies today in the Nigerian government that their job vacancy adverts never surfaces on the internet, yet recruitments are always happening there, year in, year out. These are the things that, you know, a lot of Nigerians look at and they feel like, okay, maybe we should consider the alternative way, which is not advisable anyway. So what are your thoughts? What are your thoughts on this?
You see, you raise an issue here that is very important. Mm-hmm. The fact that you are a graduate, the fact that you've gone to school, and you are a graduate, doesn't mean that you must work with government. Am I right?
Absolutely.
You can be creative. You can be on your own. In other countries, we have seen students inventing things.
Beautiful things.
Secondary school kids inventing things. And they say poverty is the mother of invention. Now, what I'm saying basically, because you are a graduate and you can't get a job, then you decide to go in to be a Yahoo guy. Is that sufficient reason for you to do that?
Absolutely not.
Why can't we be creative? I'm not saying that the government doesn't have a fault. And that is the reason why I'm saying right here and there, and I know the public are watching me. What I am saying is that the government needs some kind of advice. You understand? In those days, when we were growing, in those days, any part of this country that you go, you see some industries, some factories. We have cars assembly plants,
textile plants,
we have textile industries all over the country. Cotton and all these things, cotton plants, and all these things are no more there now.
So who should be blamed for this?
Of course, the policies of the government, and not this government.
Successive governments.
All governments are complicit. Because every government that comes is like yesterday is better than today. Now, what the last government did was to say, okay, close the border. Rice, we can farm our rice here and eat it. No more importation of rice. Do you know that the rice we farm in this country is healthier, sweeter than the one we import from other countries? And let me tell you, if you go outside your office now, you see grasses. I want to ask you, please, did you put any fertilizer there?
Absolutely not.
That means anything you plant there, it will grow. Go around, let me talk about the north here. Go around all the north and see the lands we have. If we focus only on farming in the north here, we are not talking about we can feed the whole of West Africa. But what are we doing?
All right, then.
Everybody wants to ride big car.
You've talked about focusing on farming, which will bring me to our very last issue. But our time is fast spent, but we'll still try to squeeze it into the next 3 minutes.
Okay.
If we are to focus on farming, farming will not succeed if the farmers do not feel safe. Let's talk about the security the security and let's talk about the insecurity situation,
Yes.
especially in the north,
Yes.
where bulk of Nigerian food comes from.
Yeah.
A lot of farmers now have been sacked from their farmlands.
That's true.
A lot of farmers now, some that are even able to go to the farms, when it's time for harvest, the gunmen come in and invade these farms. In view of that, there have been, talks of
Bandits.
of creating state police to tackle this issue from the grassroots level. What are your thoughts on the idea of state policing?
I'm against it.
What are your reasons?
My reasons is that I have seen it with the state electoral commissions. Go to any state. Any party that is ruling that state, if there's any local government election, no other party will win one single councillor seat. The ruling party will
Sweep
will
everything.
sweep everything. So this is just state electoral commission. What is your thinking if there is going to be a state police? What would be your thinking?
So you're saying the state governors will be susceptible to abusing it?
Go and check what I'm telling you with the state electoral commissions. There was an election, I think, last week in one of the states. No single councillor seat go to any opposition party. The state ruling party won everything. So now you want to create state police. How are you going to manage it? I want to know.
So on a final note now, what are the alternatives to creating state police?
The alternative is training and retraining of the current and put the whole thing on the drawing board and check where are the problems, what are the shortcomings and everything, and you know how to
tackle it.
To tackle it, and you assess everything. And you do a lot of purging, and you know how to because most of these policemen you see on the road, once they come out of the college, I don't think they go to any other course again. So what do you expect?
Retirement.
So what do you expect? And the world is moving. There's always supposed to be training and retraining. Things are changing. Things are digitalized now. You understand? We are still going on what do you call it?
Analog
this thing. We need to focus on the current situation.
Thank you so much for your very much insightful analysis. We really do appreciate your time. We would have loved to continue the conversation, but our time has played a very fast one on us. We ended up not talking about the electricity tariff hike and a host of other issues, but I'll be looking forward to discussing these other issues with you in our subsequent episodes. Thank you so much for your time.
You're welcome. Thank you so much.
Viewers, it has been Musa Kurra Abubakar, a business expert and a seasoned auctioneer, discussing various issues about a lot of things happening in the Nigerian Customs Service and other issues of national interest. That will be our offering for today on the program. Do all to join us again, same time, same station tomorrow. Bye.